gosh. Oh, look at that.
Oh, malfunction, bro. I think you need a new one.
Maybe I should. Bye.
You ready?
It's wobbly.
Are you saying the intro or no? I'll say the intro.
You'll say the intro.
Since I haven't
There
been
you go.
here once.
Yeah, it's been a
Ready?
while.
1, 2, 3.
Hi.
Welcome back to our lemonade stand where we serve you good drinks and good conversation. We're your hosts. I'm Sophie Tanchoco.
I'm Sheila Tanchoco.
And we're the Tanchocolates.
Tanchoco.
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 You guys, it's been a
Tanchoco.
while. It's been a while. And
Sorry.
we're sorry. I know we
Sorry.
we have not been consistent with it, but
We literally
for good reason, okay?
We literally missed the weekend and we didn't even say anything. I didn't
No,
post.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That's on me too. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't be sorry.
Watch the last episode.
Watch the last episode. I also need to do my portion of that episode. I didn't do it last week just because the main reason why we haven't made a episode in a while together is because I just got back from Japan not too long ago.
And I had pneumonia. So
and Sheila had pneumonia.
I had pneumonia.
So
there's good and bad reasons.
Yes.
To
good
why.
and bad reasons.
So.
But oh my god, Sheila, Japan was so fun. It was
See?
so fun.
You have to experience Japan once in your life.
For real. I was so scared going to Japan. I wasn't really setting myself up for Japan. I was just kind of like, okay, I'm going to Japan. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna see what happens. Yeah. And I was the most nervous about like the language barrier because
it's always that. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't know any Japanese, but like Ohayo or like arigatou gozaimasu. But literally, like everyone is so nice there. Like it was so fun. It was so much fun. Yeah, I'm so sad that I'm not there. I want to go back.
Me too.
We should go together.
I think we'd have fun.
Yeah, I think we would really have fun.
I think we wouldn't leave. If
And
we go together, we wouldn't leave.
Especially like with like our fashion.
Because it fits.
Yes.
Our boyfriends have nice fashion, but
it's not
the same.
Yes.
Not in a bad way, but it's just like we're more Kimi to Doke.
Yeah,
flowy skirts, very girly. You know what I mean? Like cherry blossom vibes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I wore the flowy skirt. It was so fun.
Wasn't it great?
I wore the dress, the Uniqlo dress you gave me. I wore it. Sorry, you gave me. Shut up.
Sorry,
okay?
sorry.
I wore it, and the pockets were so useful, bro.
That's why you wear it for multiple occasions.
I did.
Bro.
Yeah, I layered it. I put it underneath.
You put a sweater over it.
It's so cute. Oh my gosh, Sheila has like all of the outfits that really match like Japanese the Japanese style.
Yeah.
And so I like stole a lot of clothing from her.
But you don't regret. I don't regret letting you borrow it.
Yes. I honestly I felt like I was a part of.
Felt like you belonged.
Like I felt like I belonged. Like.
See, I think that was the one thing I felt that I regretted was like not bringing like a lot of my midi skirts or like long dresses.
Yeah.
It's because when I went to Japan, I went to Vietnam first, and so I didn't have a lot of like cold Seattle like weather clothes, and I had to go to went to Japan. I bought clothes there, but there's not a lot of sizes.
There isn't, no.
You have to order it online, and I don't want to order it online.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
well, anyway. I didn't do a lot of shopping. Like as you can tell, like I literally barely shopped for myself. All I bought for myself was like matcha. Literally if you open my what is it called? My pantry, my pantry, there's just a bunch of matcha. Everything matcha. Like there's matcha snacks, matcha powder, matcha candy, chocolate, all of that. It's filled with chocolate. Oh, sorry, filled with matcha because Johan also loves matcha, and like we went all out. So
Japan is the best place for that.
Yes, Japan is
literally the best place.
But yeah, anyway, that's the reason why I was gone, because of Japan. and Sheila had pneumonia. She literally has been sick
Oh
for
my
the longest
god.
time.
I think it was the start. It was before you went to Japan. No, it was right in the first week of your leave, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I know I had a really bad cough before the run. The cough never went away, and when I went to urgent care for the first time, the doctor was like, "Oh, it's just a viral infection. I'm not gonna prescribe you any antibiotics. It will, if if you take Nyquil, Dayquil, that's it." And I was there for 3 hours, and then a week later, I had to go back to urgent care, and I think you went with me. No,
No, bro, I was
no,
in
I
Japan.
oh wait, I went to Bellevue, the Bellevue one.
Yes.
And when I went to Bellevue, the doctor, I did like a CT scan. Is it a CT scan? I did an X-ray, a chest X-ray, and the doctor came in and said he diagnosed me with bronchitis, which is understandable. I had bronchitis before. Did not prescribe me any antibiotics, but did give me an inhaler because he thought it was because of like to
Chest
open up
pain,
my
I
no.
think.
I said chest pain, but he didn't. He said I had nothing in it, so it to open up my airway, and he thought I had asthma. Asthma. Thought I had asthma,
Asthma.
so I was like, okay. The inhaler finished. I finished almost the
What?
thing, the
How
tube
many
of thing.
sprays do you have?
It's twice a day.
How many sprays
Oh,
does
not twice a
that have?
day. It's 4 times a day.
How many sprays does that
It's
have?
supposed to have 200.
What? God damn! You
I
finished
think.
that?
No,
I
maybe
have
it's not.
asthma and I
I
have
think
an
I have. I
inhaler.
think it's six. I think I have 60 left. 60
Okay.
pumps left. Sorry, maybe I don't
And that's
know.
crazy because I haven't even surpassed like
Dude, it
100.
didn't. The thing is that it didn't work. It didn't do anything. I was still coughing and stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so mom was
Damn.
like, why do you have the inhaler? Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, I don't know. I have to take it like consistently or else I won't get better. But I never got better. And the day I had pneumonia was the day where I went to work. But when I was driving, I had really sharp chest pain. Now that was legit. Like it was right here on this both sides. Only when I inhale. It it wasn't painful when I exhaled, but only when I breathed in. The pain was so bad. It was like borderline muscle pain. So I thought it was because of bronchitis. And then I had a hard time breathing and I was like losing feeling of my fingers and then mom was like
I think that losing feelings was your anxiety.
that's what I was worried about. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm already having anxiety and I can't breathe. So what the fuck?" So I texted mom and I was like, "Mom, what do I do?" And she's like, "Go to urgent care. Your health is more important." And I was like, "I
I love
know,
it.
but I this is the third time going to urgent care and my boss is going to be suspicious of me." And he's like, "Why? Why she's going to be suspicious of you? Just go to urgent care. The worst thing that can happen is that they also again diagnose me with bronchitis." And he's like, "Okay." And so I stood up and I went to my boss's office. Is like, "I know this is so random. I'm so sorry, but is it okay if I go to urgent care? I'm in really bad pain when I breathe." And then my boss was like, "You should go ask them if it might be pneumonia, because
Oh, your boss is slay. Like honestly, slay your boss
I
because
love my boss. She's the
she's so yeah,
sweetest.
she's very
She's
nice.
the sweetest. I love her so much. But okay, so fast forward because we haven't even introduced our drinks yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That's okay. It's okay. We've been gone, so
it's I
it's
know
okay.
catch up. What is it called? So I ran to urgent care because it was across the road from my work, and waited there pretty quickly because if you have chest pain or headaches, oh no, it's chest pain. I think they prioritize you. And so they assigned me a room, had to wear a robe and everything. They did do an X-ray again, but they also did other tests like urine tests and blood work. I
Oh,
hated
were
the.
you pregnant?
No, I'm not pregnant.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Was
Oh,
literally
I'm sorry.
the thing. Oh, literally, I was on my period, and
Oh shit.
they asked me to strip because of the X-ray.
Mhm.
And but I was shy, and I was like, do you mind if I wear my spandex? Because I was wearing a skirt. Because I have my period right now, and I don't feel comfortable. And then both of the nurses looked at each other, like, yeah, it's fine. I was like, then why did you tell me to strip? Like, as if it was mandatory, if it was
Oh my
fine like that.
gosh. Ah.
But they were nice. They were nice. They were very nice, I guess. And so the worst one was the IV, because they also had to pump like painkillers for the chest.
Yeah.
It was okay. Still felt the pain, but it was bearable. And then at the end of it, after like 2 hours or so, the doctor came in and he was like,
Pneumonia.
"So you have, not borderline, um,
You have a bit of.
yeah, you have a bit of pneumonia starting, with pleurisy, which is irritation of the membrane between your ribs and your lungs. And that's why I'm having chest pain because of the coughing. And so he's prescribed me antibiotics for both pneumonia and pleurisy. And I'm okay.
Okay.
And now I'm better.
Yes. I always make fun of Sheila because, as you all know, as we've mentioned it in a previous episode, Sheila gave me pneumonia at birth.
did.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm glad that Sheila's better, but I feel like I have every right.
You're so mean.
No, I'm
That's
kidding.
so
I'm glad that
bad.
Sheila's better. But we're back now.
We're back.
And we are going to do the final part of the series of this goddamn.
I'm done with it.
series.
Maybe we should have just not done it.
Honestly,
Lip-
I'm over it. I just want to do something else.
Oh my
But
God.
I feel like this is the best part because
Yeah.
it's college, or like college years, and up till today.
This is the most
So,
recent.
Yeah. Anyway, before we get started, the drinks that we have. So what we have on the menu today is some Simply Spiked lemonade. So Sheila has the regular lemonade, and I have the strawberry peach. And yeah, there you go. Let's.
Oh, we have to open it.
Yep.
It's not even
Here's some ASMR.
Oh, I have new nails. Can you open it?
Yeah. Oh. There you go. You hear that?
I don't hear it.
No, I don't hear it either. Okay. Now
try
hold
this
the. Ooh.
I like
that
that
one.
one. I like
That was
that
nice.
one.
That was nice.
What happened to that? I
don't
couldn't
know.
hear it.
Okay, cheers. Cheers. Whenever we do these recordings, it's late at night because
Alcohol. Forgot.
I know
I haven't drank alcohol in so long.
Yeah,
Is
so
there an expiration
Sheila.
date to this?
I don't think so. Let's see. We're still good.
Yeah,
April.
it's alcohol.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
Anyway, whenever we do these recordings, it's late at night, so Sheila and I are like exhausted. But the fact that we're drinking alcohol,
It will help, but we have to do everything, edit and stuff.
we don't drink alcohol at all. I mean, we do, but like
stopped.
once in a while now. So we're not used to alcohol. I went to like a Korean chicken restaurant, and we had a somak tower, which is soju and beer mixed.
Did you do
together.
the pound thing, the trick thing?
No. But
I've always
anyway,
wanted
we
to
had
see that.
and I got buzzed like after two sips because I was so freaking like my tolerance is not that great.
Because we don't go out anymore.
Yeah.
Because we're old.
Yes. Anyway, so we left off of where we graduated, and now we're in college. So Sheila and I think college was like when we started getting closer.
Yeah,
because I went to a university while Sheila went to like
community college
for like her first couple of years.
Yeah, I stayed in
of
Bellevue
undergrad.
after high school. Oh, yeah. We're talking about after graduation high school, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry. Am I in the wrong spot?
No, yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I didn't leave.
So Sheila did running start at a community college and continued going to that community college after
after
after graduating. And so she stayed there for a bit. I think it's honestly a smart move because she eventually moved to my university during the last 2 years of undergrad. So she like saved a bunch of money.
I did.
But I mean, even still, like I didn't spend any money besides my dorming.
Wow.
But I now have a loan because of my dorm. So anyway, so the first year of college, I moved out. I actually went. I decided to get a dorm with random people. Initially with a friend, but like that ended up not working out, and so I got placed with a random group of people, and like I still consider them my friends to this day, which is great. But that was like the first time I ever moved out from like our household and like away from Sheila. I've never had a room to myself, like, yeah,
Nope,
ever. Like,
ever. We shared a room all
we've
the
always
time.
shared a room because we've always lived in like an apartment or like a shared living space with our family.
Mhm.
And so Sheila and I always shared rooms. But when I moved out, it was like my first time like living alone. Not as necessarily alone, but like just living away with my parents, from my
Mhm.
parents. And
I
yeah,
missed you all the
away.
time.
Yes. And so we
I missed
didn't
her.
see each other at all. So
It was
I
so
think that
sad.
literally that like made us closer because we would miss each other because we wouldn't see each other, quite literally.
You
Also, we're
know.
eating cookies.
I'm sorry. I was just like
I
tried
know.
to be quiet, but it's really loud. Yeah. The
You can
news.
eat this.
I do remember the day that you told us that you were moving, or you're doing dorms.
Mm-hmm.
It was really sad. It was very sad. But that's because
Really
like,
sad. You're really
sorry,
sad.
I'm chewing.
Wait, hold on.
Do you know that one song? Yui-chan.
Oh yeah.
Nani desu?
Oh.
I don't want to say it because I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Anyways, yeah, I was really upset just because like you were going off to. It was like a mixture of jealousy and missing you, because I also wanted to branch out, but I also felt betrayed because I felt like you were leaving me to
Ooh.
deal with the household
Ooh.
dramas and stuff like that. But
Yes. If you know, you know, especially Asian American or just like immigrant families, like it's it's hard living with your parents, especially after you've become like much older,
yeah,
because of like your lifestyle. It starts to drift away from your parental like expectations. Um
yeah,
and so it's definitely, I will say, like, living, while I love like our parents, it's hard to live with your parents, and you
yeah.
still do,
I do, but I've learned,
to create boundaries.
yeah, and be very like comfortable with like being honest,
Mhm.
because for many years I've just lying.
Sucked it up.
Yeah. Oh well, sucked it up, lying to myself and lying to them
Mm.
about like my wants and needs, and like trying to accommodate to them only and rather than myself. And I think that's what deteriorated at the time, like deteriorated like my relationship with mom and dad, just because I just kept things to myself all the time, and I try to be the perfect daughter somewhat to survive at least,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Sophie wasn't there. I didn't have like a safety net. When I'm upset, I would call you, and that's about it. But
Mhm.
I know you were sleeping or doing homework and stuff like that.
Oh, that's,
So
we also had homework.
I
No,
did.
honestly, I did also feel bad because I had noticed that Sheila was putting in a lot of work, especially with like our parents. And for some reason, I don't know why I was. Well, I think definitely I was avoiding it because, one, I didn't want to do it, but also I had a very, my relationship with my parents was not that great compared to Sheila's. No, yeah, it's not. It's yours, but it's mine. But I'm giving it to you 'cause I
Oh,
don't like it.
thanks.
I'm not a fan.
Why?
Anyway, yeah, I had a pretty bad relationship with my parents, especially starting college.
Yeah.
We like, yeah, that was honestly, I had a bad relationship with everyone. It was kind of bad.
No, you did.
It was pretty, like, I would get into fights with my parents like
all the time.
all the time.
Even when you weren't there.
Yeah, yeah, and there was one time where I like ran away for like a bit.
Yeah, and I visited her.
I was a child.
You were a child.
I was so childish back then, but you know, we grew.
I mean, the thing is that I think that's also a learning. It was a learning opportunity for our parents, because it was like a wake up call that they can't really hold us in a cage anymore, or like I don't think they viewed it as a cage, but they can't be as protective as they were, because you know we're out and about now, we're older, and when you left, like, okay, when you ran away, that's a better word
During
phrasing.
that time,
During
when
that
I ran
time,
away, okay?
you know, it was of course like low key irritating the amount of arguments I had with mom and dad because of your running away. Because I understand why you did it, and so I was very biased towards you. But it's like constant every day of them explaining like that why did she do that, why did she run away, like she's not gonna talk to us anymore, blah, 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 that type of thing. And they said it out of anger rather than taking a moment to like reflect. So every time it's always like a constant argument, and I did get like pissed off because it impacted like my work and my homework and stuff like that because it was every single day. But you know,
I think it did help us grow
I
as
think
a
so.
family.
Yeah, that. Sorry, that was I was like going on tangent. Yeah, that's
No, but
right.
I
That's right.
also
Yeah.
appreciated Sheila because I knew that she was getting like the like basically like the lash of my parents or our parents. Um Sorry, I got a Microsoft update on my computer. But yeah, like I felt bad. Like I felt guilty because I was the one who was supposed to be hearing it from them, but you were here. You're stuck here. And Sheila didn't know how to drive at the time, so
I had no
she
knowledge.
had to stay here. Like I had a car. I was able to drive to school, drive to my friends, drive just drive anywhere. I had stayed at my friend's house at the time.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
And so
I visited you on campus.
yes, yeah. And so props to my friend.
Yeah, there. So you had really good friends,
It was my
roommates, right?
roommate. At the
Roommate.
before my roommate before
She's
when
very
I
nice.
when I had dormed. But anyway, sorry, sidetrack. Freshman year I dormed, but then I like throughout my freshman year I like loved going back home on the weekends because I felt really lonely like towards the middle of like the year. And so whenever it was like Friday, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm packing up because I'm going home. I'm going home." And during the first 2 quarters of my freshman year, I was dorming with someone who I hated. I lived in a cluster, and so we have a shared living room and then just multiple rooms where we share like not a kitchen, a bathroom and a living room. And so while I hated my own roommate, I loved everyone else that lived in the cluster. And so I got by just from like creating relationships with my cluster mates, which I call my roommates, even though they're not my actual roommate. And so yeah, because I hated my roommate, I would love going back to like back here or back home. Um, and that's I feel like that's when you and I like would like start doing stuff together. We would make more videos like
Covers.
yeah, and then I think that just made us I don't know bond more.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think the time apart is a healthy.
Yes, I agree. And I think that also goes with like your parents because the time apart that I had with mom and dad also helped me.
Even now.
Yeah, no, exactly. So
Literally now.
so I had a fight with them while I was living with them, and I think because now I don't live with them, and now I don't live with my parents. Whenever I come to like visit, like it's always fun, and like I look forward to seeing my parents because of the space that we've created, and like it's not always the same every day, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, sidetrack again. Oh my god, so many sidetracks. But yeah, so we just got closer. Do you want to add anything to that? Like we got closer during my freshman year, or our technically your junior year?
No.
No, freshman year.
Because I wouldn't say the running start classes counted as anything. Technically, it was my first year in college. Technically. Because when I transferred to UW, I was a junior.
Yeah. I think yeah, you were a junior because we
Yeah.
graduated in the
I
same
was
year.
so sad. Okay, anyways, we're gonna go to that later. But I think
Yeah, it definitely was quieter at home, like because we were so loud every time, we're together. But so sometimes Sophie would just come without saying anything, and it would be the best feeling ever. It's like, oh, Iku's here, and like we would just talk and hang out in the room and eat snacks and watch movies and stuff. It would just be the best. It was the best feeling I've like had, especially after like a long hard week. You coming home on the weekends was like the best thing ever.
Yeah, there would be
Best.
weekends where I just like I would plan to like stay at my dorm for the weekend, but like, oh, you know what, never mind, I'm just gonna go home
Go
because
home.
I hated, like, honestly, while I again, like, I made good relationships, but I hated my roommate so much.
He was sorry. They were a very bad person.
Yeah,
Sorry,
she
they were
was
very
so
bad.
mean. Like, I always tell this to my friends, this specific story, but whenever I cough or sneeze, she would shush me. But like she would be hella loud on the phone like late at night when I'm trying to sleep, and I tell her like, "Hey, I'm trying to sleep," and so she'll go outside in the living room. Like she'll like, "Okay, okay," and she'll go out in the living room.
Does she have no decency?
And she ruined my freaking Birkenstocks. So like, I have a fridge in my I had a fridge in my dorm. She had milk in there. I never had milk. I go home for the weekend. I come back. I see there's milk spilled all over the floor and my Birkenstocks. And I ask, because all of my clustermates also use my fridge, and so I ask around, "Hey, do you have milk? Is this your milk?" And she was like, "No." Everyone would say no, and so it's obviously my roommates. I get so mad that like I had class, but I skipped class just so that I could confront my roommate when she came in. So I was just like sitting down like on my table because the table is kind of facing towards the door, waiting for her. She opens the door and I like say like, "Hey, like, is this your milk? Did you spill this? Because it's all over my Birkenstocks." And she was like, "Oh no, this is not my milk. Like, obviously, bitch. Like, I saw you use the milk like literally last week." And so like I was like, "Well, you spilled it on my Birkenstocks. Like, who else would do it? There nobody else in the cluster owns that milk." And she's like, "Oh, okay, okay, I'll wipe it. I'll wash it. I'll wipe it." Like, I don't know, she was just acting a little fake. She took my Birkenstocks and like tried to wash it, but I was like, "No, it's okay. I already tried scrubbing it, so it's fine. It's whatever." And so I walk out the room and slam the door.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should.
She's such a okay. I'm sharing the story like she's like nice and all, but she's honestly a B word. She's a B word. Like, I hated her.
It's like a demon, not demon. Sorry, that's really strong.
Oh my god.
That's like it's like a roommate from hell. That's the same thing. That's basically the same thing.
No, she hated everyone in the cluster too because
What is her
she
deal?
would she would report us to the RA
Why? For what?
for being too loud.
But she talks so loud at night.
No, yeah, like
So what the heck? Then just move out.
she moved out. She eventually moved out,
She
and I got a
did.
new roommate who was like
She's so
really-
nice.
She was so sweet and
So
we, like,
nice.
would bond. She was Filipino too, and so it would help to like it helped us build like a relationship with each other, and it wasn't as awkward. Yeah, she was so sweet. She was so
I
sweet.
was able to meet her.
Yes, yeah. Even my friends got to meet her. Like, none of my friends met my first roommate, but
Never met her.
all of my friends met my new roommate. So it was so sweet.
You guys were close.
We weren't close. I don't think we were.
I mean,
close,
close
but it was,
enough
like,
for good roommates.
Yes, we were friends.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say. Like, it was easy to talk to her. But we were supposed to dorm the next year. But I ended up. Our sophomore year was when COVID hit.
Oh yeah. And
And
so
so
you
I think
couldn't.
this is another stage where we got closer. And so my sophomore year, I decided to not dorm anymore. I was planning to dorm with my second roommate that I had gotten like in my last quarter of freshman year, but I was like, I need to save money because dorming took out a loan for me. And I think it wasn't a problem. I didn't have a problem like commuting because I had already done that like from the weekend whenever I would sleep over at my parents' house and then commute over back to UW. And so I didn't mind it. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna commit to commuting every day. I just have to wake up early. And so I moved back home, and so I would see Sheila more often again. And we had moved. We moved to a new apartment. And so we got our own rooms.
Even better.
This room is Sheila's first room that she got of all on her own. And so we won't show you like the full room, but Sheila's like yeah, like she was able to decorate however she wanted, and then I had my own room that I was able to decorate like how I wanted. But I think the significance with that is that we had our own spaces to like kind of rest, and if we needed time for ourselves and we were like either fighting or something like that, or just like wanted space, then we would have our own sanctuary, which I feel like kind of helped our relationship as well.
I think so.
Go on.
I kept talking. Excuse me.
Onward.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you need to
Sorry. Yeah. What part are we on? So this was sophomore year now.
COVID.
Okay, COVID. Well, I'm gonna backtrack real fast for my freshman year. Technically,
Is that a part of the relationship?
I think so.
Okay.
Because that's when like it was during the time I was trying to determine what I wanted to do. Um, and I think you were one of the first people that I told that I was quitting nursing.
Oh yeah, Sheila was a nurse.
I was
No, she
going.
wasn't a
I
nurse,
wasn't
but,
a
like,
nurse.
She was trying to be a nurse.
I was trying to
She
be
was
a.
trying to be a stereotypical Filipino.
Hey, I wanted to work with kids, but the nursing was the easy track. That's why I
I'm
stayed.
gonna go under the blanket.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I am cold.
And so like I remember telling Sophie that I dropped out of one of the last classes and I quit.
Shit, yeah, I
I
remember.
quit nursing and
Sheila was so scared to
tell
tell
mom
mom and dad because she just left.
I was yeah,
She,
I
like,
didn't
she
even
took
no, actually I didn't even go. I was outside and I was like, you know what? This is like I'm done. Like this is like that the day I left was the last day of like putting a W on your transcript.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna leave. So I withdrew from the class because I was already failing and the professor sucked. And I was like, I'm not enjoying my time here. So that's when I left. And that's when I told Sophie. And I kept complaining to her, saying like, oh my god, what am I supposed to tell Papa? Well, how long it took? A month?
I don't even remember.
It took a
And
long time, right?
It was I was crazy. That conversation with her parents was crazy. But I felt like that also strengthened our relationship because
Yeah.
it felt like you were able to confide in me.
I trusted you more than a lot.
Our parents, obviously.
Everyone. Yeah.
We still do. Like even
I needed your like opinion because I had no idea what the fuck I was
Yeah.
doing. But yeah, so yeah, with like Bellevue and stuff like that, I was talking to you about transferring because I ended up just, not going into detail, but I ended up choosing to go into the education route.
Yeah.
And then I transferred to
Yes.
Highline
Yeah, so Sheila had moved
Community College.
to another community college
Yeah.
that had a more focus on like education.
I could get a bachelor's in elementary in that specific community college. I wanted to stay at Bellevue. I really did, but there was no community college other than Highline Community College that offered the
Bachelor's
the bachelor's degree.
that was community college levels. Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, poo. So I guess I have to go to Des Moines.
Yeah.
Des Moines.
Yeah.
Okay, so now sophomore year. This is the reason I think this is at least for me the most significant.
Sophomore year of college.
Yeah. Sophomore year of college. This is the most significant like memory I have of Sophie because I tell this to every single person that asks me how did I want to do education or how did I get into UW.
Oh.
So COVID hit. I had no professors. There was classes I needed to take for one more quarter, but all elementary schools were shut down, and I had no professors. We were running out of classes, and I was talking to my counselor, and they said that I might have to wait until it subsides or the lockdown stuff because we all assumed it was gonna end in a couple months. So my counselor was like, we just wait it off, maybe take a break from this upcoming quarter and come back, and continue on. But then I was like, but I'm wasting my like
I
time.
know, like she's been in school forever.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And so Sophie, I was ranting. I remember we were in here. I was ranting to you about like, what am I supposed to do? Sophie's the one who was like, why don't you just apply to UW as a transfer?
Yeah.
Do you remember that conversation?
Of course.
And Sophie had to explain to me about like how to do transferring or how to apply, because I've never applied to a university before.
Yeah.
Doing all that, we called the
Like
essays?
personal statement.
And yeah. And I was like telling you like, I'm scared. How if I don't get accepted?
Oh my god. No, yeah. I remember everything. Like I edited your
You
personal
did?
statement. What else did I edit? I edited other things.
The
for you.
questions, you know, the other questions.
Yeah, we went. I went like we went through it together. And so I'm glad that I was there for Sheila, because when I did my application, I didn't have anyone, and so I was like, if you're gonna be going to UW, you need support. And so I was glad that I was there for you. But yeah, I was like, Sheila can go to UW. She has the credits and she has the capabilities to do it. And so yeah, I wanted her to go to UW, especially because we are in the same kind of what is it called?
Field?
No, class.
Oh, yeah.
And so if she transferred over, also field, but if she transferred over, we would be in the same grade essentially.
Yeah.
But we would also be in the same department, because I had just gotten into like my major, which was also in education. And so we would be in the same department, but just different focus.
I think that's what you told me too, because I didn't understand what direct admin was.
Oh yeah, so Sheila's had to on top of the application, like the admission into UW, she also had to do another application for
Major, right?
Yeah, her major, because you have to apply for her major, which was elementary education.
Yeah, I think that's what
Or
stressed me out.
ECFS.
Yeah,
What is it?
ECFS, yeah.
Early
Childhood
and
family studies, yes.
Yeah, something like
It
that.
was I think that was the most like concerning part, because I didn't realize that junior year was when you had to get a major, what do you call it? A major declared.
major.
Yeah, and like if I didn't get a major declared, I would be counted as a sophomore again.
Or you
Or
would
wait.
you would have you wouldn't be counted as a sophomore. You would just have you would be on like your account would be blocked and you wouldn't be able to sign up for classes.
That's so scary. And so that's what I was worried about. I was like, what if I get into UW and not my major, you know? And so Sophie had to edit also my other like questionnaire
Application, yeah.
questions and stuff. And that was a rush because the deadline was, I remember having so much stress about it because I'm not good at writing. And like knowing that Sophie also has other obligations, I wanted to get it done so you can take a look at it, but you still stayed.
I was also in like a internship that focused on like college and career access, and so like my internship had a lot to do with looking at like applications and stuff like that. So it was like it was something that I had already known, and so I was like, okay, yeah, let me do it. And so yeah, and I guess fast forward, she ended up getting accepted,
Yeah.
and so
Whoa.
yeah,
It was interesting for the, you know how, so we were still in COVID, right?
Yeah.
And at UW, you get like a welcome ceremony or something like that. And like when you go to UW during that ceremony, you're in groups or you get broken into
yeah,
groups.
it's an in-person thing.
And you touch the pillars. There's pillars at UW that you have to touch, and each pillar means something. I had to touch it through the screen. It was like, all right, do you see this picture? It was like I think it was like a senior who was like one of the hosts of
it
the
was a
ceremony.
tour guide, I think. I believe.
Yeah. And he was like, at my share screen, if you can see, there are 4 pillars. Each pillar means like a specific characteristic of what a UW student could be. please touch the pillar that you feel like resonates to you. And I had to hide my face because I was like, why am I touching a screen?
Oh my god.
Because all my friends who did go to YouTube, and I remember you telling me that, like, you were able to touch the pillar,
Yeah.
like in person.
And it was summer too. We were like having fun. It was a vibe.
I was in my
shorts.
dude. I was in the dining room.
I was like, oh my god, I'm wearing booty shorts to school. This is crazy.
Oh, because we weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, I'm a college
You're an
student.
adult. But yeah, it was an interesting experience to be in the living room wearing like half nice clothes and half pajamas and touching a pillar on the screen. That was a very interesting experience. But it was also long because like I didn't realize that because like direct admins had to go after the ceremony. If you were a direct admin, you get
Admin.
sorry,
Admit.
admit, right?
Yeah.
Direct admit. You would have the host of the Zoom would put you. Well, you can't leave. You have to wait till your You have to wait to talk to your counselor about like the other things, and I'm just like, oh, great.
No, yeah.
A lot longer. Okay, but anyways, yep, that's it.
Okay. Well, yeah, so
UW.
COVID was when Sheila was able to realize that she could go to UW, and that just that process helped us build a relationship together. And then, oh my god, why am I slurring my words? I'm tired, guys. And then
Me too, I've been
COVID,
yawning.
because we were here literally like 24/7 together. Instead of sleeping in my own room, I slept in Sheila's room, and so it felt like a sleepover. Like
Every day.
we would
It was
literally
great.
get up, do like our class, whatever we needed to do, and then we would play Animal Crossing.
Oh my god, you made me get a
Literally-
Switch, brother.
Yes, I made Sheila buy a
Oh
Switch
God.
with her what is it called? Her check.
Oh my, it's not a stimulus check, is
Yeah,
it?
it's a stimulus
It's a
check.
stimulus
Yeah,
check!
we would with the stimulus check that we got, Sheila bought a Switch for herself, and we would play
Damn.
Animal Crossing like literally all day.
Oh,
it
that
was
was
so much fun.
And it was warm and it was hot.
It was
'cause
springtime. It was springtime.
Oh, it was such
It was
a
a vibe, like, you know what? While okay, so controversial, but I also think a lot of people like also agree because I've seen this on TikTok. But like while COVID was like a horrible time, I also think it was also an opportunity for growth, and it was one of the best moments or like moments of my life, to be honest. Because
I'd say so too.
while I did get sick, all of that, it was just nice to spend time with family, like, and like slowing down because you're always home with your
Yeah.
family. Well, I like didn't have a really good relationship with my parents. Like, it was still nice to just be around them.
It's also like a safe, because it was an unexpected time, you know?
Yes, and we had to like figure things out together, and so it was nice to do that, be able to do that with like my parents, and then also with Sheila. I remember we would like go out to take the trash, and we would want to take out the trash. Sheila and I hate taking out the trash. Don't get us wrong, but like during COVID, we wanted to like
So we could go
let's take
out?
out the trash so that we can go outside, and we would wear our masks just to go like 2 feet.
It's so weird that we still kept our mask on outside and there was no one there.
Yeah, I think we were just scared.
It was
We were
a
just
scary
scared Yeah,
time.
because we didn't know what COVID was. Like, we didn't know if it was gonna kill us or something.
We didn't have any vaccine yet.
Yes, yeah. And
That
then
was
we would
scary.
travel together. Me and Sheila would travel to get our vaccine together
We
because our parents
did.
are seniors, and so they were able to get it like beforehand.
We had to wait a bit.
That was, oh my gosh, it was not
Yeah.
fun. It was definitely not fun.
It was
but
not fun.
It was a good time.
We got into
to,
different
like,
hobbies too.
Yeah, to spend time with each other. But yeah, we got into different hobbies. I like got into gaming. And
You
then I watched a
did.
lot of dramas. I watched a lot
Did.
of anime.
I don't even know what I did. I watched a lot of anime.
What else did I do?
Oh, I did a lot of
Journaling.
journaling, the videos. Like I post on
I just did.
Instagram.
I also did a lot of journaling as well. Oh my god. I also did a lot of that era was when I started making music, and I posted on TikTok.
She posted
Oh
a
my God.
lot. She was really good. She's really good.
She's really good.
I knew it. I said was, but I was like, no, she's really good at writing
really-
lyrics. Like her songs.
Thank you. I actually am not a good writer, I will say, but I think that time
heck?
I was able to really like hone in on my like lyric. Oh my god, my lyric writing abilities. And I got pretty good. I won't say I'm like great. Oh, but I'm pretty good. Oh my god, can you talk? I have hiccups.
Okay. What am I supposed to say?
Okay, I guess we can move this along. So yeah, COVID was it made our relationship stronger, of course. Oh, and then of course junior and senior year we went to school together. We had education together.
We commuted together. I think we would go home together mostly rather than going there because I think our classes were different.
Yeah. Oh.
Were you later? Because I remember having class super early in the morning.
It would be like different, like every quarter, of course. And so whenever like someone would have a later class, the other person would wait. Or yeah.
Oh yeah, and during different points because I had jumpstart.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I would go to Chinatown and then go home. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
Right. I would drive Sheila to jump.
She would drive me because sometimes we would have it on a day I don't have class or we don't have class.
No. Yes. Yeah. You're right.
And so
Like on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, who goes? Even children who like what kind of daycare is open on a Saturday? Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm sorry, but why? Children need rest too. Okay.
Lol. But yeah, and then we ended up graduating from UW together. It was crazy because Sheila and I. Okay, funny story.
Wait, can I tell this? Can I tell it? Okay. This was the best iconic moment between us because I feel like not a lot of people noticed when we were doing it. So we were of course we're both in education and we went to the education specific ceremony. That all of the departments within that category is gonna go together, and we were like, yeah, I'll put it right here. What is it called? Were we divided based off major?
So we were divided based off of department.
Yeah, not major, sorry. Department. And so Sophie was in the opposite section. Excuse me. And I was on the other side, of course. We had no idea. I had no idea where you were sitting. We got there together, but we were separated because of that. And then when it was both of our times to go, I walk on stage, like still confident, ready for pictures. And then I looked to my side, and it was this freaking girl getting her diploma too.
We literally went after one another, and it was like such a coincidence. Because
Sophie didn't realize it was me until later.
This was like the announcements, or like everyone who was getting called was a random, like it was a random order. It didn't go by like the book. And so if whoever was in line goes next, even though like it's just not in order in the book.
Yeah.
And so Sheila and I, we literally were.
I'm telling you,
it was crazy. I didn't even know.
Dude, your shocked face.
I was still. I was so shocked that I couldn't even like. I couldn't do anything. I was like, shit. Oh my god. What are we doing?
We should have planned something in case it had happened.
Oh, okay.
But it was I think it was very sweet, but it was also like, that moment where it's just like both of us finally reached it together and we're celebrating it together.
Yeah.
And we walked down that
aisle.
Yep.
We walked down the stage.
Sorry.
And the stairs. And we graduated, and now I'm gonna say fast forward because pretty much it's like smooth sailing. It's like,
I mean, it's just like what we are now.
It's like we are now, and so now I feel like we're just a lot closer as sisters.
I think we respect each other more too.
Yes,
because we've grown to,
learn more about each other, maybe.
Yeah. And like empower each other on it.
Yeah.
Because like right now we're on different parts of like as adults out of school. we're doing our own things and whatnot. And of course, you've moved. I think that also like strengthens it more because now I go to you and I can drive. So it gives me more reason.
Sheila drives, guys. She finally drives.
Gives me more opportunities to go visit you and I have no excuse.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
so
you do have excuses, but you know what? I understand because I live far. I live really far.
Yeah, but I like when the moment I get there, it's like nice because you always offer me like
Food,
like kopiko, and like I can rest on the couch. It's so cozy at her apartment.
Oh, thanks.
And then there's Enzo.
Oh.
That boy is so fluffy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like of course there's other things in between, but like just relating to our relationship, I feel like out of all the things, out of all the parts that we've talked about in like our lives, like it'll let us do, not to sound cheesy, but it'll let us to us making this podcast.
Yes. No,
You
yeah.
know,
Exactly. I agree. I couldn't have said it better. I think yeah, we just empower each other.
Yeah. I don't think that's what twin thing. I think that's what I like about us as twins is that most twins hate each other.
Yes,
I think,
and
right?
that fraternal twins are not a rare thing.
I hate how we're going back to that. I will stand my ground and say I think we are rare. At least we're rare in like actually admiring each other and our actual best friends.
Maybe because I
thought
think
twins
some
hate
twins
each other.
also. I've seen some twins who like each other.
Well, that's a good thing then.
That's nice. Good for them.
I think it's easiest for us to like each other because we're different people. We don't look the same too.
Yes, it's that makes it easier that we can create our own sense of identity.
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys, I'm starting my words. I'm so freaking tired. Guys.
Maybe it is time.
I think it's time to wrap up. But yeah, that's essentially it. We, while it was a
Bumpy road.
bumpy road. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god.
I'm gonna finish that
God.
sentence for her.
Oh my God.
We
Sheila,
we
can you
went
close
through.
it up?
Yeah,
Just
we.
close it up.
Okay, fine.
Oh my god.
We definitely we went through a lot of trial and errors and gone through a lot of rough roads, but I wouldn't take anything back because I love this girl. She's my best friend. And I know she says vice versa because she doesn't want to talk right
Honestly,
now.
I agree. I just can't think of anything to say right now.
Tired.
Because
I'm tired of this series. We're done.
We're
with
done
series.
with this series. We're so excited to move on to a different topic because this shit is so.
I don't think we can. I don't really want to do another series this long
Yeah,
anymore.
we're not. We're just gonna do. Okay, why did we end up doing this? I think it's
because of the
the
length. We keep talking. The tangents keep going, and we're still like not done. So we're done. Okay, we're done now.
Okay, but Sheila, what is your drink of the week?
Ooh. Drink of the week? Oh, from Dutch Bros, there's this nice cool drink. There's a cool drink that is not caffeinated, and it is an iced chocolate milk.
I need to try that. So you're gonna have to take me tomorrow morning. Or something.
You can make it caffeinated, and I've tried it caffeinated, and it's really
like
good.
A mocha?
Sort of. It's very milky.
Oh, so like a latte,
Sort of.
like a mocha, which is essentially
Technically.
a chocolate latte.
Technically, but it tastes better, I think. But I like it as not caffeinated. It is, I think, specifically a non-caffeinated drink, but ice with chocolate milk.
That's nice. That's nice.
So good.
I like that.
I don't know why. It's so good. Anyways, that's mine.
Cool.
Dutch Bros.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that then.
Yeah.
Mine would probably have to be Red Bull.
Huh? I did not expect that at all.
I literally have been. It's because I have been jet lagged for like the longest time. I'm finally getting into the groove of things, but it also doesn't help that my partner has opposite schedule or sleeping schedule because he works late at night, and so I will like be fine, and then I'll stay up with him, and then we'll go to sleep hella late, and then I wake up like later. Anyway, so Red Bull has been my go-to as of lately. Sadly.
I like Red Bull, but I only drink it with like Bigfoot Java drinks.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we're sick of this.
Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna be more consistent with these. I think.
Yeah.
You're just sick of this freaking series.
Yeah, I want to
But
be
we
excited
do
again.
and we were just going through a lot of things. We were in Japan and Sheila was sick, and so
Yeah.
now that we're kind of back into the groove of things, we're gonna please expect our usual schedule.
We're gonna go back. Sorry.
And we're gonna do a little bit of rebranding as well, so stay tuned for that sometime in the near future. Right now we're kind of dealing with just like our room setup, and then just kind of how we're setting up right now. But we're changing things up, so
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, let's end this.
Okay. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye. Bye.
Oh.
Bye. Oh wait, okay. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3.
But nope.
But no, you slid. You slid. Okay, you know what? Bye. Bye.
Damn it.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.